Hey, this is Ari, and in this video, I want to share with you a little clip from a recent podcast I did with Dave Asprey, who is regarded as the father of biohacking, on optimizing your health, your energy, your mitochondria, and your longevity. Enjoy, and if you want to listen to the full-length episode, the link for that is down in the description below. Enjoy.
Track what you hack. At the very beginning of this movement, there's a group called Quantified Self, and I was an early member of the group. And we're how are we going to get the data from the human body? No one's ever done this. So my background is getting data from data centers, working in Silicon Valley. So I'm all about that. My whole career has been performance enhancement and systems management for tech. And so, well, what if I turn this around to myself? So if you're looking at growing muscle, then you would look at tech that monitors the things that help you grow muscle. If you're looking at getting a better night's sleep, then you'd look at a sleep tracker, right? If you're looking at fixing your posture, there are things they'll remind you every time you hunch over so that you sit up straighter, so you get one of those. It is a fool's errand to buy 30 different things and stick them all over your body because you actually can't concentrate on that many things. And then what you end up with is a very rich data set, but it's too rich for you to take action on. So then you need machine learning. That's where we're going, where you'll have enough effortless monitoring that, oh, okay, now I just get really good recommendations from an algorithm. And hopefully it's an algorithm that's transparent. I don't want Facebook running that algorithm because they don't care about my health. They'll probably steer me to drive myself into a wall because they would make more money. So you don't want that behind your machine learning. So all of that said, the number one thing that has the most return on investment for people in terms of data is a sleep tracker. And my favorite one is the Oura ring, O-U-R-A. The reason I like this ring is, well, you charge it maybe once a week, and it's seamless and it's not in the way. You don't have a big blinky watch. It doesn't do anything unless you look at your phone in the morning. And then did I do a good job sleeping last night? And most importantly, that's so weird. I slept 8 hours like I normally do, but I really got terrible sleep. And you realize it's not about the length of your sleep, it's about the quality of your sleep. When you fix the quality of your sleep, your cognitive performance goes up, your physical performance goes up, your blood sugar regulation goes up, your risk of diabetes goes down, your risk of cancer goes down, and everything gets better. So sleep is a highly leveraged thing. And you can get sleep trackers that start under $100. If you want the very cheapest but still effective, there's a company called Sleep Space, which is backed by a university researcher named Dan Gartenberg. Your phone, all by itself, can not only track your sleep with accuracy, it can enhance your deep sleep and your REM sleep. That one's called Sleep Space. So those are two things. You carry a huge biohacking device in your hand. Your phone can do crazy amounts of cognitive training, all kinds of feedback, even some now based on how your eyes move. So just don't worry about getting all the data. Don't worry about being perfect. Say, what do I care about? What's one thing I can track until I get it right? And I've got to also in that mention, number of steps per day is absolute BS. I've been saying this since I was at one of those early fitness tracker companies that was called Basis. The 10,000 steps a day came from a company in Japan in 1956. They came out with the first little thing you clipped on your belt that tracked the number of steps, a pedometer. And they just needed a marketing campaign. So they made up 10,000 steps and said, this is what the goal should be. And to this day, you see billion-dollar tech companies saying, you need your 10,000 steps a day. It's garbage. People who walk 10,000 steps a day, they just wear their joints out and then they eat more to compensate for the extra energy demand. It's not based in science. You'll be happier with 6,000 if you're an average person.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. And if you want to listen to the full-length podcast, the link for that is down in the description below. Also, one more thing before you go, I want to mention, in case you don't already know about it, our formula, Energenesis. This is an amazing product that has multiple compounds in it that are scientifically proven in numerous studies to increase your energy levels, not just by 3% or 5% or 10%, but by 30 or 40 or 50% in a very, very short time frame. So one of these compounds that I'll mention here is called NT factor phospholipid. And it is an extract of phospholipids that comes from lecithin. And they extract the pure phospholipids from this, things like phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, and many others. And these are the same fatty acid compounds, phospholipid compounds, that compose our cell membranes and mitochondrial membranes. And this specific patented formula has been shown actually to enter into the bloodstream undigested, basically without being broken down and denatured through the digestive process in the stomach and the intestines. It makes it into the bloodstream and actually makes it all the way to our cells and to our mitochondria, where it helps repair damaged mitochondrial membranes and facilitates our mitochondria functioning better. Now, all of that sounds like wonderful theory, and it sounds like it could be beneficial, but the real test is, has it actually been studied and been proven to increase your energy levels? And the answer is yes, absolutely. There are numerous studies outlined in a wonderful paper by a scientist named Garth Nicholson, in a paper called Lipid Replacement Therapy. I highly recommend checking this out if you're interested in digging into the research. But this compound has been studied in the context of multiple different kinds of chronic fatigue. Aging-related chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue, obscure things like Gulf War illness, and numerous studies in chronic fatigue syndrome. And there are studies showing that this has the capability. They've taken one study, in fact, actually showed that in elderly adults over the age of 65, it restored their mitochondrial health, which had deteriorated heavily. It restored it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, believe it or not. And they've actually measured energy levels in these people. And all of these studies across the board show improvements in energy of at least 25%, and typically more like 35 to 45% in just the span of between 4 to 12 weeks. That's how long all of these studies are, 4 to 12 weeks. They're showing dramatic, huge improvements in energy levels by helping to repair these mitochondrial membranes through this thing called lipid replacement therapy, using, again, this patented form of a phospholipid extract called NT factor. This is just one of about 20 ingredients proven to benefit mitochondrial health that you'll find in my formula Energenesis. So I strongly encourage you, if you are struggling with your energy levels, if you're dealing with chronic fatigue, go grab yourself a bottle or 3 of this, or subscribe and save. Try it out. You are going to be blown away by the results. We get so many testimonials. We get so many emails from people talking about how this one thing has transformed their lives. So I cannot encourage you strongly enough to give this a shot. And let's say you buy 3 bottles, try out the first one, give it a month. And if you don't notice significant improvements, you can return the unopened bottles to us for a full refund. So give it a shot. I really think you're going to be blown away by the results. The formula is called Energenesis, and you can get it at theenergyblueprint.com or click the link below. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you again very soon.